Boris Johnson has been warned one crucial aspect that has exploded into a war of words between the UK and European Union will ultimately be the deal-breaker in negotiations over a post-Brexit Free Trade Agreement (FTA). The UK and European Union opened talks over their future relationship after Brexit, just weeks after Britain finally officially left the bloc on January 31 after several months of delays. Boris Johnson wants an FTA agreed with the EU before the end of the transition period in December 2020, which he is refusing to extend. The Prime Minister is also threatening to walk away from the negotiating table in June if there is little chance of achieving the FTA the UK desires. Leading EU figureheads, including chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and French President Emmanuel Macron, have reacted furiously to what they see as extremely hard-line, but political experts have warned one crucial aspect that has arguably created the most friction between the two sides the most could eventually be the «deal breaker» that seals the perfect agreement for both sides. The issue of fishing access has already highlighted the deep cracks and divides in negotiations between London and Brussels. Mr. Johnson has vowed to take back control of our waters from the EU, promising to do everything possible to protect UK fishermen in trade talks. But this has infuriated the EU, who are demanding fishermen from the bloc are allowed to continue to fish in lucrative British waters after Brexit. Wyn Grant, politics professor at Warwick University, warned the Prime Minister his Conservative Party could lose several coastal constituencies if the UK doesn't secure a favourable trade deal. He believes fishing rights are a key issue and could be a deal breaker, backing Mr. Johnson to not relent from his hard-line stance on the issue. Mr. Grant told Express, "Fisheries are a very emotive issue, although the contribution to GDP is small." A number of Conservative MPs, including some in marginal constituencies, have significant numbers of voters from the fishing community. This extends beyond the fishermen themselves and includes the auctioneers, those who maintain the boats and the processing sector. Communities like Newlyn in Cornwall are highly reliant on fishing, which is seen as a way of life. Around 70% of the UK catch is landed in the EU, so if tariffs were applied, the industry could be hard hit. Any delays in channel crossings – this is a key issue for France, Spain and the Netherlands, who currently use what would become British waters. Any prolonged disruption or raised tariffs would lead to financial damage and job losses. He added, "I think fishing rights are a key issue and could be a deal breaker. It will be difficult for Boris Johnson to back down because of the likely reaction from Conservative voters, even to agreeing a compromise." It should also be noted that a considerable proportion of the industry is in Scotland, so it has the potential to further inflame Anglo-Scottish relations. Mr. Macron has been left furious by the UK's stubborn position over fishing, and had vowed to fight for his country's fishermen in trade negotiations. French fishermen could also reportedly use huge trawlers to block high cross-channel ports if their demand for fishing access